The Noles will put toe to leather and will get started. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Florida's offense will have the first possession of the game. The Sunshine State is so rich in talent. The players have known each other in many cases for a long time, and that brings the intensity to a fever pitch.
And they do not like each other, Reese. 3 of the 4 years that I was a part of this rivalry game, there were bench-clearing brawls in the middle of the field before opening kickoff. This game just feels different.
They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field.
The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack.
Brings up second down.
The give on the inside. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. And the Gators want to crank the tempo. The corners are walked up tight. Johnson wants to throw it, using his feet to buy time. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let him get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
And the returner will be knocked down. So the Florida State Seminoles offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And a big key as this game unfolds is just how aggressive will he be throwing the football in a lockdown corner like that.
Yeah, and when you're an elite quarterback, you think you can do whatever you want to do, and you think you can make the right decisions. I'm interested to see how much he'll test that cornerback on the other side.
You know, there's a saying, there's no defense for a perfect pass, but he's got to be extra careful and sharp when he's throwing that guy's way.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Quickly complete. That's some old-school, hard-nosed, tough running as he powers his way to the 30. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. With the catch, it's Buck. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. The Seminoles getting set on 1st and 10. The give. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. From the gun, the ground game. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. The Seminoles are marching down the field. The give to the back. At the 35, he's loose. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Renegade was feeling his oats the last time these two got together as Florida State blew out the Gators.
And with that win, it just carried so much momentum throughout the rest of the season for the Seminoles and in the offseason as well. This is one of those games, if you win like that, you make a statement not just in the state of Florida, but all across the country.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, where you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the third sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
Fires to the big fella. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Gators moving quickly to the line. On third and short, the power run here. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Gators will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And a precision punt there will pin them deep inside their own 10-yard line. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 10. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. To throw, it's Montgomery. Zings it complete to the right. Man, he uses that stiff arm like a discard, and they get it to the 18-yard line. Third and short, they've got them back up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
And that's a nice stop by this defense. Nice job stopping the run, setting up fourth and inches. Listen, this is a no-brainer. If I can't get inches, I don't deserve to win. I'm coming downhill. I'm playing physical. I'm picking my play, whether it's quarterback sneak, fullback dive, whatever it is that we do great, and I'm going to get my inches.
And the Noles get enough for the first down.
I think everybody wants to go for it in this situation, but you got to actually do it, and you got to be comfortable with the consequences if you miss this. Obviously, he was. Conversion's good. Nothing to write home about. No fans upset. Everybody happy. All right.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. On the ground with the counter. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. And the Seminoles look to keep this drive humming. Quarterback checking the play. Trying to surprise him with the pass. He's taking the shot. And the DB right with him to knock it away. After the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Guys, you might know Florida State was once a women's college, didn't start playing football until later, and in fact, didn't start playing the Gators until 1958.
Even though they haven't been playing a long time, this game has featured so many of the biggest names in the sport. You think about Bobby Bowden, Steve Spurrier on the sidelines, Charlie Ward, Chris Swanky, Tim Tebow, Danny Werfel, Heisman Trophy winners. This game has had it all.
On third down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. The Seminoles will try to pin them back with the punt. A low-line drive and not his best work. That's where they'll mark it down, and the next snap will come from just inside the 30-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Now the play fake. It's complete to the right. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. And the Gators will hustle to the line.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Nowhere to move. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. From the red zone, looking for a space. Quickly complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Trying the left side. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Looking to the end zone. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Gator!
And what did I start for this offense? The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's 1st down from the 44. Fast motion from the offense. To the air, it's Montgomery. He's got his man. Really confident throw and catch there. And they have a 1st down. Much of this Seminole foundation was built around great quarterback play, some legends at that position.
Some awesome guys that spread it around to elite playmakers and just a great history at Florida State. They've been up and down in the recent history, but this team back in the day, man, Doak was rocking. Everybody wanted to be a Florida State Seminole.
He unleashes a long one, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Seminoles!
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Pulls and fires complete. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the 1st half. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Fires to the right. He's got it. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Really nice job with the patience by the wide receiver there on that route. Working against man coverage in the perimeter of the field, he knows exactly where he needs to get and at what time he needs to be there so that when he turns around, the ball's there and they get the first.
Looking to move it through the air. He'll try to do it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Whatever the fastest tempo they have is, that's what they'll use. Johnson looking to throw. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. He wants to throw. Fires on the move. Pulls it in. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Got his man quickly. Sometimes it's easy for the receiver to get lost running a drag through all that traffic, Jesse.
Yeah, and this is a receiver too, Reese, who's dangerous once he has the football in his hands. So I like the idea on offense of trying to get this guy the ball quickly to see what he can do once he has it.
Looking to pass on second down. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. They run into a bit of trouble here, 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. They keep attacking through the air. Get it out on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too...
Throw to the end zone, picked off. Looking for more room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. And it just turns out to be a missed opportunity. You get the ball in the red zone, and you turn it over.
Momentum. It plays a big role for teams and especially for offenses. And when you have chances like that, when you're down in this area of the field, you've got to be able to come away with points. Even if it's not going to be a touchdown, you are not leaving this area of the field without putting at least 3 up on the board. Missed opportunity for the other.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. You get that turnover and you try to punch them hard immediately on the first play, and they come up with a big gain.
And when the defense is running on the field, you are thinking sudden change, sudden change. When they create a turnover...
Gonna take a shot. He's got it. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Back to throw, it's Montgomery. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. On the move from inside his 5. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. The Gators will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
He's going to pass on second down. Looking for a deep man. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. Now on first down from the 30. Hands it off. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anyway.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Montgomery. They're trying to get to it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
What a snag by the defense. At the 45 on its way. And he showed off the wheels after using the hands on the pick, and he gets it down to the 34-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that.
Touchdown, Florida! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the 3rd. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Texas is painting an offensive masterpiece so far. It's been like a Bob Ross masterclass. They're up by 18 over LSU. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Off play action. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. It's caught downfield. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. And the Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Nothing too surprising about seeing the Seminoles being productive in the passing game.
Man, we can think back, Reese, to so many great offenses for Florida State, whether it's Charlie Woodward or Chris Winkie, whoever it is, the trigger man being really, really good is the start of a great Florida State team.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, the inside give. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Montgomery. Gets it out quickly. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Noles racing to the line in the hurry-up. He'll come out throwing on first down. Gets it out fast. He is like a loose boulder just rolling to the 32. This offense has a second down play. They'll leave it with him. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside defense.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. It's been hard enough to slow down these guys on this drive. Now the penalty gives them another 1st and 10. The pull and throw off the RPO. Touchdown, Noles! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
And listen, if I have a playmaker at running back like that with that kind of speed, yeah, I'm going to throw the swing to him, too. He drops back, surveys the field. He says, I know my guy can make a play, gets the ball in his hands right now on the swing. He does the rest, gets in for the touchdown.
14.
He'll bring it out.
Return is tackled down at the 11. And Corey Andrews will take over.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because they're deep.
And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. First down for this offense. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Stop is made at the 35-yard line, a 5-yard gain there, and it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. Knocked down at the 25-yard line, picked up 10 there, and gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Using the quick game. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. Inside a minute to go here in the 3rd. Wide out in motion. He's got his man. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
How about that? The dying breed of the tackling cornerback. You don't see those anymore. Everybody wants to be great in coverage. Everybody wants to get picks. But how many corners really want to get the face in the fan and make tackles? Nice job by that player.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Oh, he makes the catch. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
And this senior quarterback a little too bold there, and he's lucky he didn't get picked off throwing into double coverage.
I'll tell you, as a quarterback, it's going to be hard throwing the ball over the middle of the field against this defense because these D linemen are huge, and they've got long arms. That was like trying to throw over a 10-foot tall person. Nearly impossible.
And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Flips it out to the back. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. And the Gators headed quickly to the line.
Nice poise by the quarterback. Here's a big third down throw, and you want to push the ball vertically down the field, but if the defense takes it all away, check the ball down. Get it to your running back and let him go do the work and move the sticks for you.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. At the 40, there he goes. Got a lot of running room. At the 20. Touchdown, Gator! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. The give to the back. On the move at the 30. And he breaks into the open. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. Flips it out in the flat. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Wants to throw. It's Montgomery. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
They turn to the passing game on third and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Buck. Touchdown, Seminoles! They've got the lead here in the fourth. And this dude is spinning flaming spears everywhere, and he is cutting apart this defense.
They're going to have Knoll Nation doing the chop, getting excited, getting jacked up about this guy, because this is the kind of day that starts to bring even more momentum to this spot. Now you got a quarterback that you can really trust.
Bringing it out. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Looking deep. Pulls it in on the left. And he's running in the open. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Florida!
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game. And defenses can't cover it. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Back to throw, it's Montgomery. Going for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Seminoles decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. The Gators come to the line in the hurry-up.
One of the things I love about this offense, Reese, is they have tons of speed. They like to try to get the ball going east-west. That time they generated a huge play going to the right side.
And the defense either not fast enough to fit or got knocked out of the fit.
Yeah, they got to do a better job containing that as this game goes on. They got to funnel the football back to the middle of the field.
Wants to throw on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. A field goal attempt from here would be 54 yards. They'd love to pick up a few on third down. He's got the back in the middle. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the fourth quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights. All of the pressure, all the eyeballs on him, he delivered.
Give to the back. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Running back goes in motion. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access and pushing and coverage for the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him, and he tackles him for no gain.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
The Seminoles line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. And now on second down for this offense. The give and tick, 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 tick. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. Johnson wants to throw it. Quarterback adapting. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. The Gators will line up to punt it away.
On to punt it away.
On his way back from the 20. Makes a move. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Florida State.
Really good execution by this offense late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up. It's what you dream about. But now my defense has to go on the field and get me one more stop.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. They'll need to be very sound here, limit this return, and put this game in the hands of their defense to salt it away. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots, throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
On second down, looking again to throw. He's got the tight end. The ball pops out. And the offense gets the ball back. How lucky are they? 5 points of pressure, high and tight. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Comes out throwing on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that with Palmer. It's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account, and it's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, some good coaches that could come in. We know they've got the money to spend. It just seems like they're going to make a change.
Got a wide-open receiver. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play.
Well, this defense is trying to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working. That last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Pressure coming. And the quarterback is snowed under.
A loss of 2 yards on the play. Second down coming up.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able